Get ready to sit back, relax, and unwind with me as we color and talk about simple hustles that just work. The kind of little ideas that fit perfectly into our lives, offering both ease and momentum. You're welcome here, right here in this moment. It's okay to let go of needing to do or be anything else while we're together. For the next little while, you don't need to fix or achieve or hustle. Even though that's what we're talking about, hustling, we're going to approach it through softness, patience, and gentleness. Because sometimes the best kind of getting things done starts with getting still. Let's begin with a tiny breath. No pressure, just let your shoulders drop a tiny bit. Maybe breathe in softly through your nose and let it all the way out again through your mouth. Like fog on a mirror, no hurry. Now, with your body parked here in calmness, we'll shift into today's topic, simple hustles that just work. This isn't about grinding harder or pushing yourself. It's about noticing the small efforts that fit gently into your life. These little actions, done consistently, can make a surprising difference. And most of the time, they come without any giant commitments or big business plans. Let's try something together first. A micro release. Scan your body slowly, like you're checking for places you can loosen by just one notch. Maybe your jaw, maybe the space behind your neck, the backs of your knees, and yes, even your thoughts. Loosening by one notch. Now, while we relax, let's gently explore what I mean by simple hustles. These are small, often repeatable strategies for bringing in a little money, joy, momentum, or all three. And importantly, each of these ideas respects your energy and your boundaries. They allow for pause. They welcome your humanness. And remember, you don't have to do any of these things. The point is to soothe, to wonder, to maybe tuck an idea in your pocket for a later time when it feels right. So let's wander through some options. The first simple hustle that just works, digital downloads. This is one of those small but powerful things you can create once and let it live its little online life, delivering value to others while asking very little of your day-to-day time. Maybe it's a to-do list you made for yourself that you edit into a shareable format. Maybe it's a calming affirmation page that others can print and use themselves. The magic here is in the repeatability. And deep down, it reminds us that the simplest things we share can be meaningful to others. If thoughts pop up, like, but I'm not creative, or that wouldn't work for me, you can gently say, oh, there's that thought. Just label it and let it drift past like a leaf in water. You don't have to follow it. Just notice it. Another beautiful low-effort hustle, offering an errand service in your area. This might look like picking up groceries for an elderly neighbor or running packages to the post office for busy parents. It's practical, and it taps into an often overlooked truth. Helping others can be a form of soft entrepreneurship. Your time is valuable, and for every person overwhelmed with a long list, there's you, a person who can lighten the load just a little. And for folks who enjoy hands-on tasks, this one might feel less like a hustle and more like a quiet way of being helpful and grounded. Let's pause here for a moment and invite one of our supportive tools into the space. The 5% rule, it simply means do 5% of something instead of waiting to do all of it. If a hustle idea pops into your mind and feels a bit too big right now, see if you can take a really tiny piece of it, just 5%. For example, if the idea is start a blog, the 5% version might be name a blog, or even just write a sentence about what kind of blog it could be. That's it. Just showing up with a sliver can connect you to momentum over time. It also leaves room for grace. And grace is always welcome. Let's keep going with simplicity and space. Selling items you don't need anymore. That's a hustle too. And it's one that doubles as emotional release. It can feel heavy to carry unused things, physically and emotionally. When we're able to let a few go and offer them for resale, we're not just earning a little income, we're saying I make space for what I want in my life now. So much of daily overwhelm comes from thinking we need to do enormous things to improve our situation. But real change often begins in pocket-sized actions. You don't need a warehouse or a full inventory. Just one item to start with, one good description, one gentle click. Now think about skills you might already have. Can you tutor someone for 30 minutes per week? Could you write a short guide on something you've learned from experience? Could you post helpful tips based on your own journey with finances, or health, or parenting, or creativity? These examples aren't suggestions to add pressure. They're quiet invitations to remember that what you already know might be useful to someone just starting out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be open. Sometimes we say, but it's not enough. If that thought arises, try this simple self-script in 3 lines. I'm enough to begin. I'm allowed to do things gently. I offer what I can with open hands. No performance, no pressure. Let's do a small mid-script reset now, because gentle focus thrives on spaciousness. I invite you to listen inward without needing to change anything. Just hear the natural pacing of your breath. Feel the weight of where your body touches a surface beneath. There's strength in soft stillness. You're doing enough right now. And now some care, some compassion. If you've been telling yourself that you haven't done enough, or that you should be farther ahead by now, I want to give you permission, just for now, to set that story down beside you. It's not laziness to move at a human pace. It's not weakness to rest. It's not failure to grow slowly. You're constructing a life, not pushing through a race course. So if none of these simple hustles connect for you today, that's okay. Maybe you're in a pause-seeking phase. Maybe your body or your heart is still gathering. There's dignity in waiting. There's richness in observing. Let's offer a mini technique now. Soft affirmations. You can repeat silently to yourself, or simply receive them with curiosity. I permit myself to explore in small steps. What I offer doesn't need to be perfect to be valuable. I'm allowed to enjoy the process, not just the outcome. You might notice a phrase that ripples through more clearly than others. If it feels good, keep that one close throughout the rest of your day. Let it move with you. Another hustle that just works, it may not feel like a hustle at all, is caring for plants or pets for others. It might come from a friend asking for help during vacation and become its own little seasonal service. These small acts of trust, feeding someone's cat or watering their herbs, quietly affirm, I am capable of care. Others value what I offer. And develop gently over time, these simple services can become part of your rhythm, not a burden on top of it. Let's bring this lovely exploration toward closure with a soft 3-step ritual. First, notice something about this moment that feels okay. Just okay is enough. Second, express appreciation to yourself. Maybe for listening, maybe for staying with this gentle pace, maybe just for showing up. Third, choose one word that you want to carry with you. A word that matches how you want to feel today, or how you need to be supported. Maybe that word is ease or clarity, or even possibility. Let it settle. There's strength in letting small things unfold naturally. That's the secret behind simple hustles that just work. They don't ask us to betray ourselves. They honor our timing, our availability, and our inner wisdom. As we close this quiet space together, know that you are already whole. These ideas aren't roads to completeness. They are invitations to express, connect, or experiment at a pace that honors you. So wherever you go next, carry that inner steadiness with you, and maybe one small idea that feels light enough to follow. Today's intention word is flow.